Hey, brothers. I can see you guys now.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
guys.
okay.
You can sit. You can sit. That's beautiful.
Tell everybody to turn the
Thank
cameras
you.
on. We'll
Yeah,
flip
turn
through
your
this.
cameras on if they're not, guys. I'd
Hey,
love
by
to
the
see
way,
you.
hey, it's my Uncle Bobby.
Hey, Uncle Bobby.
Uncle Bobby.
Uncle Bobby.
Uncle Bobby. Yeah.
All
Uncle
right.
Bobby.
Bobby is definitely a super spreader of coronavirus. So, Bobby, we love you, but stay inside. All right, guys. So this is like a very deeply personal and vulnerable chair for me. I'm used to getting up here with, fancy slides and being funny, and I'm taking that mask off today. I really don't actually know how this is going to go. And to be honest, when I called Ken up and asked him if I could speak to you, it was, I had a very different image in my mind. I was going to bring you guys all up close to me. I was going to create a huddle and have this very Jerry Maguire moment with you guys. And now we're here together doing it this way, and we'll see what happens. So bear with me, but know that this is coming from the heart. As Ken mentioned, I've been doing, I had a weekend journey. I did some plant medicine this weekend, ayahuasca to be specific. But before that, I've been on this journey for the last few months, really, but especially in the last month and a half, where I've been doing this incredible personal transformation work. I've been working with this group in San Diego called Hardcore Leadership, who does the most intense personal transformational workshop about leadership and really stepping into leadership and a place of power and vulnerability and openness. And it's been a game changer for me. And then I went into this weekend as if that wasn't enough and went even deeper doing this plant medicine. And what's come up for me is a feeling of how I've not been there for myself and for this group of people, this group of men, my brothers who I love very much, and the world in ways. When I mean that, when I say that, I guess what I mean is that, look, I've shown up, I show up, I do things, I rally people behind causes, I've done that as Polyamore. For those of you who don't know, it's my alter ego who is now legally, I changed my name legally to run for mayor of Los Angeles as a character who was all about love. And that was wonderful, and it was great, but it was someone else. It was me wearing a mask in a way. And a lot of the messages, a lot of the things I've been hearing and the conclusions I've been coming to was that the mask is no longer serving, and that the mask has been a way for me to distance myself from you guys and to be sort of a part of you, but also apart from you. And I guess the headline is that Amore is dead. And this next chapter is about Helix, and it's about really integration. And he's fun. I'll bring him out and trot him out to parties. I'm not saying that, the humor is important and we need that in this time, but what I'm saying is that I want to be doing big things in the world, and my intention, my heart is love, really. And that I don't need to wear a mask to show up in that way. And I feel like I have been stingy with my time and my heart with many of you. I've sort of shown you guys this very polished little piece. I've given you a little window, a little sliver of what's in here, but I haven't given you the fucking raw, bloody, beating organ, that the piece that says I'm in pain too. I have my core wounds. I have, suffering. I struggle. I'm scared. I'm scared right now. I know a lot of us are scared right now. I'm scared right now. I'm literally in the process of raising money for a business that's about a lot of people coming together and touching things, and so it's frightening, right? And I work in events, and I'm losing events right and left, and more than myself, I'm really scared for my friends and the people in this gig economy and performers who are waking up and they're paycheck to paycheck, and one thing after another is being yanked away from them. And I just feel that more than ever, this is a time in a group like this where we need to step forward. We are all leaders. There's an L at the end of metal, and that stands for leaders. And this is a group of people with a lot of means, a lot of resources, and a lot of ability to reach people and inspire people. And I just want to make a call to action, that we step forward into our power right now, and we show up for each other, and we show up for the world. And this particular conversation is being honed in the fire of coronavirus right now, but it was the same conversation before. And the ask is that all of us show up deeply for this group and for each other. I really believe that the thing that's been not happening in metal, the thing that is missing, you guys show the 4 tenets, the heart, the mind, the body. It's time to move into the soul and into a philanthropic arm of metal. And I am really committed to doing that. And I would love to involve everyone who wants to be a part of that. But there's a temptation in this time to go inward, to separate. And maybe we have to do some of that to be safe. But we need to wrap our arms around the world. I see coronavirus as a wake-up call, and as the world in a lot of pain, and I'm not a fatalist. I'm an eternal optimist, but I want to invite us to be better. I was in the supermarket the other day, and people are running amok, and this woman's grabbing coffee and can't get the coffee, and she's knocking coffee down. And I just walked up to her and I said, "Let me help you." I grabbed her the coffee and I helped her put stuff up. And I was like, told her, I said, "You got to remember, if we're not in this together, if all of us are not winning, then we're all losing." And I truly believe that. And in this time, it's more important than ever. So I want to just shout out to all those people in this group who are absolute heroes, because we've got a lot of them who are doing important work in the world. Dr. Dorfman with LEAP, amazing. There's so many of you that come to mind. I want to thank Will for the work he's doing, who's jumped on to help metal and spread metal out to the world, this is an all guts, no glory kind of job. And he's just doing this because he believes in this mission. And I believe that every one of us who's in this group, who's been in this group for a minute, has had this group change their life. I know it's changed my life. And yet Jennifer called me a week ago and asked me we were having a billing discrepancy. I was like, "You know what, Jennifer, let me think about that. I'll get back to you," and I caught myself afterwards, and I'm going, am I being cheap with metal? And I was. And I'm so fucking ashamed. I was being cheap with a group that has changed my life, that has given me so much. And I realized I've been cheap with metal in many ways. I haven't brought people in. I haven't helped accelerate this message, this group. I haven't helped bring this group to other people. The things that I struggle with in the group, I haven't made change in them. I haven't, taken that on and been a leader in making change. I haven't been there for you. John Bersner came up to me the other day and said, "Hey, Helix, can you help one of the metal brothers who's trying to get some music made? Steven. I was like, "Oh, I don't know anybody. I can't help." And I was dismissive. And I'm sorry, John, you were trying to help somebody and I walked away from you. I was dismissive. How dare me be that way with you, with any of us, especially when you're asking for help, for a brother. It wasn't even for you. And so I'm just taking ownership of some of the ways in which I have not shown up, some of the ways in which I have been guarded, I've been aloof, I've been arrogant, and I'm committed to no more. I'm committed to showing up for each and every one of you. And what time I have belongs to you and to the world. And I just ask in this moment, I think there's a great opportunity for all of us to do that. There's so many of us here trying to do big things, and it's time. We're doing great. It's time we do 100% of the time. We can all be doing better. And I'm just standing here saying I'm committed to that, inviting you guys to step there with me. And if I can be there for you in any way in this time, I'm here. I'd like to start a dialogue moving forward about how we can help metal grow, and also how we can help metal be a force for good and change in the world. So please hit me up if you want to continue that dialogue. And I'm thankful, Ken, for having me on here. And Ken, brought up this time I spent in Journey this weekend, and Ken was with me, and a lot of you guys were with me in this journey, in this vision I saw, which was that we are warriors for love and for change in the world. And this is the time. It was kind of funny. I did this journey, and about 4 hours in, after I was 1,000 feet tall, you know, wearing like, you know, feathers in my hair. This is in my vision, and you know, chanting and being a Mayan warrior. And it was like, you are a vision. You are a force for good and love in the world. It just stopped, and it was like, okay, get started. I was like, what? I'm like, no, now. You got to start now, right? And we have to start now. And this is a wake-up call. And so thank you, Ken, for creating this forum for us and this amazing group. Thank you for giving me this time. And yeah, I love you guys. Really.
Thanks, buddy. All right.